Hey, what's going on, y'all? Showtime Sports Media, man. So, in case y'all don't know who this is Gilbert Arenas, um, former NBA point guard for the Washington Wizards and Golden State Warriors for a brief time, Orlando Magic for a brief time. And now he is, I guess you could say he's part of the media now because he, has a lot of NBA guys and all that on his show and on his podcast. So yeah, I guess you could say he's part of the media now. But he's not like your typical sports media member where he has a bunch of like crazy takes and all this dumb shit, you know what I'm saying, that, Skip Bayless's and Nick Rice and Chris Broussards and Shannon Sharps and Stephen A. Smiths and all those dudes, say on TV on a daily. And yeah, does he say some stuff that I don't completely agree with? Yeah. But that's with anybody. I mean, but Gilbert is one of those dudes who did it, who studied it, who was good at it. And if he didn't get hurt, during his prime, he probably would have been one of the best, point guards that ever played this game. Just my opinion, because he was just that good. He was just that good when he was with the Wizards. And they offered him a lot of money too. And contrary to belief, he didn't get the money, after he was already. I think he did get the money after he was already hurt, but I think he was in the process of coming back, and they thought like he just he had a setback, kind of like Klay Thompson. He should just never get right, really. And then they moved on to John Wall, and y'all know the rest of the story, Bradley Beal and all that. But I wanted to talk about a clip I seen of him on YouTube with J.R. Smith. He had him on his show. I mentioned this in my last video. He basically, like, the video was titled, Do You Need Rings to Be Great? And he basically was just talking about, him and J.R. was basically, like, breaking down, like, a lot of what these media dudes, like I said, the Skip Baylesses of the world and all these other dudes that constantly beat in the fans and these players' heads that, you need rings to validate your greatness. And Gilbert was basically like, nah, you don't. And yeah, a lot of people would say, well, yeah, it's easy for him to say that because he didn't win nothing and he was, injury prone and this and that. But, he basically broke it down like, okay, depends on where you're going, depends on who you're playing with, your styles of play got to mesh and, all this other stuff. And how the team chemistry and all that fit, with everything. And JR had a comment. He basically was like a kid that came up to him one time, and he basically was like, "Yo, JR, huge fan, man." And he basically was like, "Yo, I was telling my friends how you was better than like Tracy McGrady and all these other dudes because you won." And he basically was like, "Yeah, nah, that's not accurate, bro. I won." But I was a call on the wheel. I wasn't the man like scoring.
I see you guys every day or every other day. I know you.
He was like, yeah, man. I was just a call on the wheel. I wasn't the guy doing the heavy lifting. Like LeBron and all this other stuff like that. And so, like, I just wanted to ask the question, bro. Like, are rings the end all be all like everybody say it is, or is it just like an equalizer or a booster to people's legacy? Because I already got my opinion. I think it's an equalizer and a booster, but let me know y'all opinion on it. Because I'm of the opinion, bro, like, rings is just like an equalizer and a booster. Like, to me, if you a championship player and you like the guy, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Like, if we comparing like somebody like LeBron and Mike, I mean, let's just do the obligatory, you know, Michael versus LeBron argument, which is fucking towering, stupid. I hate to go debate like because it's all subjective. Like you leaving players out, you leave Kobe out, which is it's fucking dumb because he got 5 titles and 2 Finals MVPs. Yeah, he only got the 1 regular season MVP, but people can argue that he kind of deserved that. He kind of deserved a couple of MVPs there. And people, I seen another video where dude was like, "Oh, you can't have Kobe in the GOAT conversation because he got carried by Shaq, and his first 3 rings, he wasn't the man in it." And he put, he talked about his numbers, and he talked about the 2000 finals when he only averaged 15 points a game, which is misleading for a couple of things. You know what I'm saying? One of the main things being, Jalen Rose. And if y'all know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. But one of the main things being Jalen Rose, and is the fact that him only averaging 15 points a game, and all people would debunk this that 32, like Dom 2K and other YouTubers like that. But I'm not even gonna get into that. It's dumb. You know what I'm saying? Even though Kobe closed games out when Shaq would foul out, during the finals, and he, he was putting up 40 pieces on niggas. The second and third runs and all this other stuff. Even the first run, he was clutching. He was doing his thing right. But anyway, like I said, I'm not even gonna get into that. You leave dudes like Tim Duncan out. Who got 5 rings, damn near got a perfect finals record. Basically if you really want to say a perfect career, you can say he got a perfect career. Basically was in an organization that, basically oozed out 50-win seasons like it was, like they was making them in a factory or something. The only time that he didn't win 50 games was a lockout season, in 1999 when he, when he won, he won the MVP, I think, that year. No, he didn't win MVP that year. That was Malone. No, he won the Finals MVP and he won his first title. I think Malone won that in 99. My bad. I don't want to put no misinformation over there. My bad. But you leave Tim Duncan out. A lot of people leave Kareem out because they was like, oh, well, he had Magic and all this other stuff. That's why some of his 6 rings is kind of overrated because, Magic was the best player on some of them teams, during them years or whatever, which is understandable. I can see your argument there. A lot of people leave, Shaq out, which I don't really understand. You're leaving a lot of people out, when you talk that GOAT debate shit. And you leave a lot of people out when you talk top 10 and you talk, a lot of people might leave Steph Curry out. He got 4 rings. He got 2 MVPs. He got a Finals MVP, with one of those being unanimous and arguably the greatest offensive season that we ever seen. Led his team to 50, led his team to, 67 wins the first championship, 73 wins the second time around when they went back to the finals. He lost, but like I said in the last video, you can argue that they wasn't truly all the way healthy. Iggy was hurt, Bogut was hurt, Steph was messed up with his knee, a lot of things, bro. And my whole thing is this: like, rings should not be the end all be all. They should be, an equalizer or a booster to a dude's legacy. Like when you comparing players, they should be equalizer or booster if you want to say, okay, this dude was better, because he got this many rings and along with this, and that, he was better than this dude. And it's all subjective. It's all subjective, but like I said, man, like it shouldn't be used as a measuring stick. It should be used as, icing on the cake, so to speak, right? So that's my whole thing on it. You know what I'm saying? And, stop trying to use the whole, because I see LeBron fans do this a whole lot. Like when people say, "Oh, well, Jordan was 6-0, 6-0," well, they try to use Bill Russell, and Bill Russell played in a league with like 8 teams, 12 teams, bro. Like that's not even comparable, bro. He basically had talent on top of talent on top of talent on top of talent. Even when he was a player coach, you know what I'm saying? He was half playing, half coaching the team. He had talent on top of talent. You know what I mean? And then people talk about, Scotty was, or all MJ did was scoring. Or go back and look at his first final. Go back and look at his first finals and look at his assist totals. Dude averaged 11 assists a game. He was averaging like 36 points on like 52% shooting, bro. Like that's ridiculous. This is a guard. This not even a point guard. This is a shooting guard. And not to mention the fact that not only that, but the dude before Phil Jackson got there, when Doug Collins was still the coach of the Chicago Bulls, they would use Jordan as a point guard, and he would do some Russell Westbrook type shit. He would get triple doubles, score, and assist and rebound. You don't believe me? Go look it up, and go look at some of his stat lines, because I'd seen those stats before, and I didn't even know that until I seen them like a few years ago or whatever. I didn't know that. Dude was a phenomenal player. Like, if people always talk about, LeBron averaging triple double, he didn't do that. Russ did that. Oscar Robertson did that. Oh, he can average triple double if he wants to, but he didn't. You know what I'm saying? People always talking about, all Jordan did was score. Well, not really, bro. Not really. That's factually incorrect. But like I said, man, it's all subjective, bro. Like we not even gonna get into all that, bro. I'm just trying to give y'all some perspective and give y'all some unbiased, some unbiased words, bro, from a basketball fan that watch this shit, see this shit, know this shit, and it's somebody that's tired of all the BS narratives that come with a lot of these players, especially dudes that ain't won rings yet. Even dudes that have won rings. But like I said, man, we just gonna leave it be. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to head into work, bro. I'll catch up with y'all later.